Hello Aries, thank you for tuning in to your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I just did another fire read and I had a lot of strength and speed with that. I'm feeling it already, so I'm wondering if we're going to have that or if I'm coming down from the other reading. Stop. Did I shuffle these? I don't know if I shuffled these yet. Messages for Aries for relationships. Excuse me. Alright, now, my first thought is that I have these sides flipped. This is actually you on the top, and this is them on the bottom. So I feel like this might be... I wonder if this is a confusing situation. We'll find out as we go. Because I'm getting like a flip-flop feel here. Almost like the tables have turned. I got the Death card with the Abundance. Now, see, this seems to be, I don't know, it's between the two of you, and I'm having a hard time connecting which one it's happening to, which is strange, because something has changed. There's the Death card and the Abundance. Like, there's a whole situation just stopped. Done. And something else has been birthed from it. The Abundance with the Death card is not surprising, because usually an ending creates a beginning. That makes sense. And what you have right after that is the Tower card. One of you is having a hard time with this, and it's a shock, and there's a lot of dismay. The other one of you is, kind of waiting it out. The Temperance with the Nine of Pentacles is telling me it's taking a while. When this situation starts, one of you has a lot of patience for it, but gets really bored with the waiting, which I could see where that would be an Aries thing too. I connect to some Aries energy, which in the beginning, like, if you have to wait, like, all right, I can accept that to a point. After a while, it's just like, really? My whole life do I have to wait? Am I going to have white hair completely? Or am I going to have any hair completely by the time this is done? Like, I can feel that energy coming through. So it's coming back and forth, because I wonder if you're both, like, trading off. Like, maybe there's a bit of shocking dismay on your side as well. And, like, there's a bit of, like, this seems to be, like, muddled together, where you're both going through this together, and it's kind of topsy-turvy. And you're kind of going back and forth where maybe you're both kind of in this state of shock, and something is completely ended, and you're both feeling that way, and you're both waiting it out, and you're both kind of getting sick of waiting it out. So I feel like you might be more together on this than separate. Like, instead of one of you feeling one way and the other feeling the other, I feel like you might be more congealed in feeling the same way. Like, it's almost like it's happening to both of you at the same time. You're both kind of sharing each other's feelings. It's a very empathic feel that I'm kind of getting here too. Now, I'm getting some minimal arguments, very minimal. And I get that it's due to the frustration. It's kind of, I'm getting it's, because the spiritual card is the Queen of Wands and the Five of Wands. Again, I get that you two of you are going back and forth, kind of sharing this energy back and forth. You both want to move forward. You're both trying to get things going and getting frustrated. And I feel like there might be minimal, minor arguments, little spats, due to the frustration the situation is creating. And I feel like you're both trying to deal with it. You both are on the same page where you want it to go forward. You want something to happen. And it's taking a while. This is more your partner, this card. I feel like your partner is just kind of feeling like they've already signed up for this situation. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. This is just where it happens to be right now. It's kind of like they signed up for it, this is how it is. There's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, this is just where it is. I get this is more you. Is that correct? Okay. This is more you, the star card, hopeful. Now, both of these cards, I have to say, are in the this is what's causing problems portion of this reading. Your optimism, I feel like, is blinding you to some problems that are happening here. So I hope that doesn't come across negatively, but I feel like it's weird because optimism can be a great thing. Having that hope, because like you're just like it's kind of like just hoping things are gonna work out, doing your best as you go, and just hoping things are working out. But I feel like this is blinding you to some problems that are there that need to be handled and addressed. Your partner, on the other hand, having this, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. This is what I signed up for. They seem to be going on the same type of feel, like just kind of going with the motion, going with the waves of it. But I feel like that's not helping either because I feel like the energy here between the two of you, this is kind of where you're connecting. It's too accepting of what's already happening and things need to be fought for or changed a little bit. There's something else going on here that you need to dig a little deeper and just like find out what's happening. I feel like there's more of a need to dig deeper. What's happening? What else can you do? Because I feel like there's opportunities or something here that you can make this better. And the energy, I really get this again for both of you. It's too accepting. Your partner seems to accept like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. This is where it is right now. And you seem to be more optimistic, like I just have to give it a moment and it'll start turning around. But I feel like there needs to be more of an active energy of getting into it, digging in and finding out what's happening and what can we do to change it. Because I don't feel like either of you are over the moon about what's actually happening at this stage. Okay, good. And I think this might be also why these cards are popping up in the spiritual sense. Because you're both having that inkling. You're both getting that nudge, that spiritual nudge. Like, keep going. Like, something else is here. Something is happening. Both of you, I feel like, are getting the Queen of Wands. Like, you need to act. You need to do something. Something else is happening. And it's causing this frustration because it's like you're looking in the wrong places. It's like you're on this Easter egg hunt. And you're looking in the bushes and they're over on the other side of the driveway. You know what I mean? You're looking in the wrong spots for the answers. And you're both getting this nudge. You both seem to have this really aggravated feel. There's something else here and you're not finding it. And it's causing like this aggravation. Because there's that spiritual nudge. They're like, no, you're looking in the wrong spot. You got to keep looking. And you're both so frustrated because you know there's something else here that's not. Something isn't touching. It's like that one little moment where, something isn't right. You just can't put your finger on it. It's that moment. And you're both feeling it. You're both aggravated with it. And that's why these little spats are happening. So if this information is hitting for you, if you haven't already, when you come to that spot where you're kind of picking at each other and maybe little spats, that means something else is here. You're both looking in the wrong spot, though. And maybe you're looking to each other for the answers, and you got to look outside of your comfort zone for the answers you need. Good? Good. Whew. There's this energy. There's that quick, powerful energy. That's Aries. I like that. It's just in this situation, I feel like you definitely are ready to do something. It's just like you're not looking in the right direction. Now, they're saying, between the two of you, the communication needs to stay open. Even if it's little spats, the information still has to keep going. Be careful not to back off from each other just because you're ending up in little spats and you're just worried this could cause a really big blow up. I'm getting with the communicate clearly, like, keep going, keep talking, because action is going to be taken here, and you both can handle this. You know where you stand in a love sense. Just, try to be careful not to, like, throw daggers at each other. I mean, if you're going to throw pillows at each other, if you have to throw things, verbally, of course, verbally. Like, throw pillows, don't throw daggers, just be careful. And you'll be fine. I feel like you both have the strength to like keep the situation at a level where you express how you feel. Just be careful of the words you're throwing at each other. Because you need to keep communicating because the answer is coming to you. The Chariot is here saying you're going forward to the future. You might be the one who actually kicks into gear and goes forward to that future first. And you pull your partner along with you. But still, the communication will make this a better situation. That seems to be where you're standing. They're saying keep that communication open because you're going to figure this out together. Just be careful that if you're having little spats, don't throw daggers. Throw verbal pillows at each other. Like, I feel like you can figure that out. I don't have to actually overdo that. Where are we going here? Now this is kind of I feel like each of you are handling it your own way. The page is like a big card for me tonight. I'm seeing it all over the place. The Page of Cups here with the Knight of Pentacles for your partner, and I do feel like this definitely talks about your partner. The love is there. They're with you. I feel like you just need to realize that. I feel like you probably do anyway, but after these little spats, it's after these spats you need to realize that the love is still there. Even if you're not getting along and you don't like each other as much as you normally do, you still love each other and it's still okay. And your partner's here for the long haul. The Knight of Pentacles is saying they're there. They're a fixture in your life. It's going to be fine because you're going to come around again and it's going to be good. At some point you'll talk about these little spats. Once this moment has passed, things will be okay again. And the reason I feel like it's coming across that way on these two cards is because the Five of Swords with the take action is on your side. And I'm getting it's about these little spats. I feel like it's kind of like some of it was a little bit sharper than it needed to be, and I feel like you're a little upset about it. You might be on the defensive about it because with that card, which number? 5 of Swords. You might be on the defensive due to the things that were said to you. Also, I feel like this is a double-edged sword. Due to the things you said, you might feel a little defensive. The communication, they're saying just be careful with the communication. You should be okay, but because they're saying this is going to keep going. Like, you seem to be the leader in this situation. Like, you seem to have found the direction to go. Or even if your partner found the direction to go, you definitely seem to be the one moving forward first. Just keep going towards the future. This is going to iron out. Your partner does love you. They're a fixture in your life. I feel like this situation has to come to a calm moment before you could really iron out what happened and the little spats. Because I feel like once the situation has calmed down and you've kind of settled into what it is now, then the two of you are going to seem to come back together naturally, and there's going to be some talking out of it. And, you know, I said this, you said that, I'm sorry for this, you're sorry for that, blah, 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 all that good stuff. It is going to come to that more calmer spot, but as long as this situation is really kind of revved up and still kind of being ironed out, be what it may in the long run, but it needs to come to a spot where you understand where you stand, where things are, and how everybody's handling it before you can really talk that out. But it will get there. Good. Good. I think I said what I needed to say there. Good? Good. All right, let's do Aries single. Aries single. What do we have for Aries single? Single Aries. Messages for single Aries. Empowering information to help them move forward in the way they want to move, help them find the information they need to make an educated decision, or at least see what's happening, to bring them closer to the truth about what they should know. Empowering information either way. Put it down. Alright, now, I'm going to do some oracle cards here. Stop. Alright, so let's see where this is going to go. Now, there's somebody you've been blocked from, is that correct? Somebody you've been blocked from for a while. And this person that you haven't been able to, it's been around for a while. You've been wanting to be closer to somebody, but the door has not been open. Now, something has changed in that person's life because I see like something is moving on. That restriction, when I get the 6 of Swords, that restriction seems to be moving on. That's what I'm getting with the 6. The restriction is moving on. And there's hope in the environment, but I'm also noticing that this person that you're interested in, they seem to be acting favorably toward you. So either they're aware of how you feel, or they feel the same way and they're starting to exhibit those emotions at this point. Now, The restraints that were there, while they're gone, I'm still feeling there's some type of apprehension on your side from this. Because you got the Four of Swords. Even though these restraints have been removed, you seem to be questioning whether this is a good idea or whether you should be figuring this out or trying to see if there's anything there. I'm hearing little bubbly sounds. I'm wondering why. I'm just wondering, is that a part of this reading, or is there something else going on here? You seem to be like not sure if this is a good idea. That is what it is, but still, Ace of Swords. I must have said that being said, so there we go. I said it anyway. The Ace of Swords pops right in, which clearly on this card you see there's fire all over the thing. It's moving forward. It's definitely, this seems to happen. This seems to happen. Now, I'm getting like this Seven of Swords is right after this happens. You're not sure if this was smart, and you're thinking about recoiling. Excuse me. Which, this is the thing. The Knight of Pentacles at the top with the recovery. The Knight of Pentacles, you're used to staying away from this situation. You're very used to it. You're so used to it, you've built it up in your head, I feel, that this is not something you should be doing, that now that it happened, you're thinking maybe this was a bad idea. I feel like there's like a level of guilt or like uncertainty, like if this was a good idea. The recovery here with it is telling me you're still getting over like the change. I feel like you really had yourself very stably in a position where you thought this was a bad idea. This is something you couldn't do or shouldn't do, and you seem to be recovering from that. That's why you're recoiling, because you're not like you're so used to pulling or staying away. You're so used to holding those emotions back and talking yourself down from it that when it finally did happen, you're having that pre-recorded song play again. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even though that song is way outdated and it should not be being played right now, it's not valid for this time frame, it's still playing. Now, in the future, you have the Queen of Pentacles with the Let Go card. I actually feel like you're addressing and realizing that you're so used to feeling this way that's why this is such a challenge. And you're still like, I feel like you're looking at possible roadblocks, and you're looking at the situation where I stayed away from this for a reason, and there still could be these certain roadblocks here from this situation. Do I really want to do this? And with the Queen of Pentacles looking at that pentacle the way she is, she's questioning, like, is this feeling I've been having so long, is this still something that's valid, or should I see this in a different light now? Should I put down this old pentacle and pick up a new way of thinking? The advice here is to let go of that past pattern. Let go of that past song. Because that's no longer valid now. Things have changed and you have the ability to move in a different direction. The last thing here is, it's interesting because you have the Nine of Wands leading to the World card. I do believe this is going to happen. If this reading is hitting for you, I think this is going to go forward. You are going to get involved in this relationship. I do see, though, with this Nine of Wands, like, you're going to have a freak out before you do that. I feel like before it becomes public, or whatever that might mean for you, before it's cemented in, I feel like you're going to have a lot of anxiety about it. But your emotions are so strong for this person that you don't want to walk away from it, but the past and how you've handled this for so long is so strong with you. You've made yourself walk away for so long, and you've kept yourself in that thought, like, bad idea, don't do it, no. That it's like you're having this thunderstorm in your emotions. It's a thunderstorm not so much in your head, but in your emotions about how you feel. That it's just really, I feel like you're having a freak out about it, quite frankly, but it still goes forward. And I'm wondering if you're just kind of having like an anxiety attack all on your own, or like, or if there's like a minimal, I don't think there's a fight. I feel like you might just express how you feel, and that you're just kind of like really warped with it. You don't know what to do sometimes, and it just feels wrong, even though it doesn't seem like it's wrong. It does go forward, though. With the world, it's a whole new phase. I kind of feel like once it becomes like I feel like the world is like this is a public, or it's like accepting like this is a relationship you're in, announcing somehow that you're in this relationship. Once that happens, I feel like then it really diminishes the anxiety, because it's like everybody seems to know, and it's just like I don't feel like you're worried about it as much because everybody seems to know. Whatever you were holding yourself back, or whatever was causing you a problem, the fact that other people are realizing what's going on and nobody's really giving you a hard time about it for whatever reason, you seem okay with it. It seems to calm your fears a lot, calms the anxiety a lot. So it's just getting to this part. I don't know if it's going to be completely gone, but it calms it a lot. You might have to take a while to really move yourself completely out of it. Good? Good. I feel like this is it ends good. It ends well. You gotta go through some stuff. Seems like you've been going through some stuff, but it ends well, so I feel like that's good. All right, I'm going to end this here. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.